But I mean, you gotta have Cleveland as the favorite regardless of where they're at, because it's LeBron James. Until somebody beats LeBron four games in the Eastern Conference, in the Eastern Conference, I'm not going to write him off.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Cedric Galloway in the building. Mo Cheese is in the building. Pray that you're doing better. Also, we had, I said Vince right, the 3-point conversion. Raphael Haynes, also DJ Delightful. And I need you guys to do me a favor. I was on 3-point conversion station earlier today, and I did a Battlegrounds, which is a competition between two guys answering sports questions. So I want you guys to go check out the 3-point conversion station. Click on his show. You can go to, I believe it's about an hour and 30 minutes or so in the show. Check out that Battleground segment and vote. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Vote for me. You can go ahead and vote now, but I'd rather you guys listen to it first. But vote for me anyway. But so check that out. Also, Mocabella says, we haven't said anything about the Heat. We haven't. Now, they are 6th in the East. They've got 99-year-old D. Wade. They have Justin Winslow. I believe they still have Justin Winslow. Maybe not. Hassan Whiteside. Gordon Dragic. So I think this is a good team. But are they going to get to the second round? Are they going to get past the first? Because they're going to have to play, right now at this time, they're going to have to play Philly. And it's going to be hard to match up with Philly. So I give them kudos because they made it to the playoffs. But I just don't know how far the Heat can possibly go. And Chief says, Ben, why should I vote for you? Because I had some good answers. That's why. Mocabella says, stop it, man. D-Wade is not that old. No, he's not that old in real age. But his body has got to be like, come on, man. I can't keep doing this. Stop throwing me on the ground. His body has to be telling him that at this point in time, in whatever age that he is. All right, so I wanted to touch on this before I let you go. MVP. Who do you have for MVP? And I want to actually go to the stats. I'm a big stats guy, so I got to go to the stats and break it down. James Harden, 30 points. Anthony Davis, 28 points. LeBron, 27. Greek Freak, 27. Dame Lillard, 26.7. At this point, it looks like Russell Westbrook will be close to almost averaging a triple-double again. He's got 10.1 rebounds. I don't think he has the 10 assists. He's got 9.9, so he could. It's only 3 games left. I don't know if it may be too late for him to get that, but that's an amazing stat alone by itself. Anthony Davis with 2.5 blocks. Who's your MVP? Also, let me back up. James Harden with 8.7 assists. He's been balling out this year. But who's your pick though?
James Harden. I mean, James Harden is MVP.
There's no conversation.
There's nothing else to discuss. There's no conversation. James Harden has been the best player on the best team the entire season. You know, Chris Paul came. Chris Paul got hurt. He carried the team without Chris Paul. They're like 40-1 with Chris Paul or something like that. You know, I mean, dude, James Harden has been a monster all season. He's made clutch shots. He's made game-winning shots. He's shooting like 40. I think he's shooting like 46% from the field or something like that. He's not shooting the 3 as well. But this team has took off with James Harden as the anchor of this team. They are the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. They have home court advantage throughout the entire playoffs. He's finished runner-up 2 years straight. I think this is James Harden. I said about 50 games into the season, I said this is James Harden's to lose at this point. There's no way that he can lose the MVP. I got him number 1. I got Anthony Davis number 2. I got Anthony Davis number 2, LeBron James number 3, Dame Lillard number 4. And I wish I could put Dame Lillard higher, but I think that Anthony Davis made a strong push at the end, which puts him at number 2, just because when Boogie went down, Anthony Davis' numbers shot through the roof. He still has his team in contention for a playoff spot. I think they win one more game. I think they need one more game to clinch their playoff spot, I believe. But he has them in contention for a playoff spot. This will be their second playoff appearance with him as the leader on their team. So I think this playoff race, when you look at numbers, you're going to be like, oh, this playoff race is really close. This playoff race wasn't really close at all. I mean, I'm sorry, the MVP race. This MVP race wasn't close at all. It was James Harden the entire season. And he'll lose a couple votes. He probably should have got it unanimously, but he won't get it unanimously. But it's James Harden, period. Anybody say LeBron, you can't say LeBron at all. LeBron is the number 4 seed in the East. There's no reason that there should be a number 4 seed in the East. LeBron is not the MVP. It is James Harden. That's it.
All right, I'm going with James Harden too. Everybody out there, let me know who you guys are picking for MVP. Sluggo makes a great point. Harden has to show up in the playoffs. Not just him, but CP3 is going to have to show up in the playoffs. Everybody on that team has to show up. You got the number 1 seed for a reason. You've played awesome this whole season, but you have to show up in the playoffs. If you don't, this whole season was all for nothing. It was for the MVP. You could say you won that, but no team awards. I mean, what does that do for your legacy, I think? But what were you going to say?
I mean, this is their best opportunity to get a ring right now because the Warriors are wounded. And the Spurs, who's been a thorn in Houston's side, is wounded as well with no Kawhi. The Warriors have no Curry. And when Curry does come back, he probably will not be 100%. You don't get over that knee injury in like 6 to 8 weeks. It takes 3 to 4 months to really start getting back into a groove of things with a knee injury like that. So this is Houston's opportunity to get a ring. And, like I said, sometimes the stars just align themselves where everything just rolls into the situation perfectly for you. This is the perfect storm for Houston, especially if they get a Kawhi-less Spurs in the first round, and then, maybe a Utah team in the second round, and then the Warriors in the finals. I mean, you got a chance to get a ring. You got a chance. The Warriors aren't an easy out, but again, if they're wounded, you have a chance of beating them. So this is Houston's opportunity. They won't get another opportunity like this again because next year, more than likely, the Warriors will be favored again. And if they stay healthy, they'll be favored until that core 4 of them break up. So,
yeah. All right. So, appreciate you as always for coming on once again, Tyjun Mack. We love talking sports. Love getting him on the show as always. So, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll definitely be back next week.
For sure, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on as usual. We'll check in later on, man. Have a good one.
Take care. All right. That was Tyjun Mack. Like I said, always love getting him on the show at the top of the hour. So in about 6 minutes, we will be interviewing Brian King. Brian King plays Detective Wallace on Showtime's new hit show, The Chi. I'm hooked on it. And honestly, I haven't seen the whole first season. I just seen the pilot episode, which it was so much packed into that episode that I'm hooked. I'm gonna have to watch this whole season. But he'll be coming up on the show. Then also we've got an interview with Denzel Whitaker. He played young Zuri on Black Panther. He's also was in Great Debaters. I was able to interview him this week. So we'll have that interview coming up towards the end of the show. Shout out to Tiffany Sports and Heels in the building. And she says she's going to an event, the ABA reunion. That's a dope event right there. She said there's a dinner tonight. MC is Bob Costas. Hopefully you enjoy it. We want to see some pictures. Mocha Bella says, how did I get that interview? Interesting. I got a friend. His name is Peter Romeliotis. Surprised I could even say that name. But a friend on Twitter, I've interviewed him on my show. He has a lot of stars, athletes, you name it, on his show. And he said, do you want to interview Brian King? And at first I was like, I don't know who it is. But yeah, sure. He said Brian King of the Shy. Looked it up and it's like, yeah, let's make it happen. He was down with doing it, and I'm always down with great interviews. Denzel Whitaker, I looked up his website. He's got a entertainment business called Black Mouth. Looked it up, emailed him. He said he was down. Took a little bit longer to get it all, details all worked out, but was able to make it happen. So cool. So we're going to take a break, and then right after that, we will have Brian King of the Shy on the show. Hey, what's up, BS3 Sports listeners? If you're trying to look fresh to death, but you're on a budget, dress to impress for less at Prime Ties to Go on Facebook and Instagram. You can get high quality ties, bow ties, cufflinks, handkerchiefs, bracelets, watches, and lapel pins exclusively at Prime Ties to Go on Facebook and Instagram. Get yours today. Looking to get the perfect gift for the lady in your life? Especially with Mother's Day coming around, let's not wait till the last minute. Business owner BRANDI Franklin is here for you. Purchase cosmetics through her unique line by visiting uniqueproducts.com/beautiful 2018, and unique is spelled YOUNIQUE, or trendy and affordable purses, totes, and bags through her My 31 line by visiting my31.com, which is all spelled out, /1964670. Also, like BRANDI's Facebook pages at Beautiful 2018 VIP and 31 with BRANDI to be up to date on exclusive deals and virtual parties. If you're interested in starting your own business, join BRANDI's team for just $99. You'll get a full presenter's kit and everything you need to be successful. Email her at brandy.howler95@gmail.com for more details. And we are back in the BS3 Sports Show, and we've got one of the special guests up on the line. We got Brian King of the show, The Shy. I'm definitely hooked onto it, but thank you for coming on the show. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Peter, aka PD Beats, for
PD
making this happen.
Beats.
Yeah, hooking us up. Man, appreciate that. So I watched the pilot of the Shy, because I'm thinking, what's the show gonna be about? What is it about? Right out the gates, there was so much packed into that first episode. I'm thinking like this has got to be something nice right here. But talk about your role on the show, and also you're from Chicago as well. You're born in Chicago. So to be able to be on this show, what does that mean for you?
The